Hi, it's Hans at happierman.com. Today's topic is don't protest, build your foundation. Well, this is September 2020 as I'm speaking, and we've had this summer of the protests, right? It's been kind of this continual and in some areas and on and off in others. And I just look at that protesting as it just seems like a total waste of time to me when you should be spending the bulk of your time improving your life. If you do that, there's no need to protest. No matter what you're protesting about, you can only improve your life by you building up your own foundation in making improvements to yourself. Right? The world at large, I'm not sure that the protests are having the effect that the protesters are thinking they have. I think the protests are having the opposite effect, actually. I think, when I see all the people protesting, I'm wondering, why aren't they working? Why aren't they learning? Why aren't they doing for themselves? Why aren't they taking care of their needs and their families and the people around them? It seems to me they're doing the wrong thing, and that if you want to make changes in certain critical areas, you would go about it in a different way. And to me, the way you do this is you build up yourself first, and then once you start building up yourself, you start, let's say, you get so strong and things are going so well that you just want to share the message, like I'm doing, that if you would just do this, if I would just keep building my own life up, all the problems in the world start to seem very, very minor, because my own problems are subsiding. They're not as overwhelming because I'm working hard at getting past them. I got my eyes on the prize of the type of life I want to live, and I spend as much effort and time and persistent energy as necessary to get that way. And I don't have an interest in getting involved with other people's issues, because to me, it's, if each person would be working on their own issues, those issues would be lessened. Trying to expect massive changes in societal systems seems like a big ask. Now, maybe I'm totally wrong about this, but I'm a happier man, and I find myself, the more time I spend trying to make my own life better, the better it becomes, and I have less and less desire to worry about things in the world at large. The world at large, there's problems, big problems, yes. But when I look at things, it's always, well, there's always been these big problems, and there's been tremendous progress in eliminating and lessening them and making things better. And all of this comes from individual effort on your own life. So I would just do that. I wouldn't worry so much about protesting. I wouldn't get involved with the protesting. I would just build your own life. And if the protesters were busy building their own lives, making their own lives better, they would have no need protest, because all the things that they're protesting against would be pushed down, squashed down to hardly anything worth worrying about. So give that idea some thought. I don't want to belabor this point. I have a feeling that the protests are going to subside somewhat now that we're getting past some of these issues. I'm hoping that they do. I think it's kind of annoying that there are all these protests. I think they can just kind of subside and people can get busy working on their own lives. So give that idea some thought. Don't protest. Build your own foundation.